What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and we are hitting some yard sales looking for some items that we can flip, some rare items, and let me tell you, we got some good stuff today. So in this tote, I'm digging for some shoes. There's some nice Nike shoes. I did end up picking those up. They were only $1. They were very clean. I didn't know the value, but Nike's that clean. I picked them up for $1. There's some cool Adidas shoes. Those were pretty beat up, missing the insole. And I did not realize, I think most of these were youth size, but they're like a larger youth size, but I still picked up the Nike. And over here, we're looking for more shoes. What do we got in this tote? You can make a lot of money on shoes at garage sales. And some flip-flops. What was that, Roxy or Rothy? I think Rothy is pretty good. And some Nike Air. And I was going to pick these up, but you know, it wasn't in the greatest shape, and they were youth, and I couldn't find the other one. I couldn't find the other shoe, so I don't know if they would have been worth it. I didn't dig too much. Maybe it was in there somewhere. I could have asked, but I just moved on. I don't want to spend too much time digging through shoes when there's so many sales to hit. And on this table, I see the Sesame Street like giant snow globe. It looks vintage. Like, yeah, I might pick that up. And then I see this just crushed on the back. You see it's just like someone punched it. So I didn't want to mess with that. And we are at a sale now and looking on this table for any treasure. There was a carbon monoxide. Oh, there's a dog. Came to say hello. So that was good. And yeah, carbon monoxide detector over there, sealed, but the packaging was all beat up. I would want to sell that on Amazon. Maybe could have made a little bit of money on eBay with the model. But I see some stuff over here I want to look at, but this guy is in my way. And it's like, oh, move. There's like a big box of vintage hats and some cool stuff. And then I realize he's already bought this stuff. And I'm like, ah, no. Cool looking vintage hats. It looks like a lot of vintage t-shirts. I just turn around. I walk the reseller walk of shame out of the sale. I'm like, let's get to the next one, find something. Got to move on. So at this one, we looking for anything, a game maybe. I don't know. Oh, it was a Frozen Monopoly. I think that's a newer one, so I didn't bother looking that up or anything. This sale was kind of like one of those sales that they sell clearance and kind of like maybe Dollar General type things they bought on clearance. A lot of like new items. There's 3 portable grills over there. Yeah, but we didn't find anything. Kind of striking out so far this morning. We're digging through a box of toys and stuffed animals, some plush, and I like digging through these. I'm trying to recognize more amazing plush to pick up because there's so many bolos of plush, and I might miss something. So of course, if I miss something, let me know. I know a lot of you leave it in the comments. I appreciate that. There is a Barney 1992 plush, 50 cents. You know what? I went ahead and picked it up. It's like, why not? He's worth a little bit of money. The vintage stuff. Here's a bunch of shirts. I like digging through the t-shirts. You never know. There could be $100, $200 concert t-shirts in here. You just have to look. And I did dig through that a little bit better off of camera. I didn't see anything. There's a couple like military, like Marine type shirts. I didn't think they would be really worth picking up. They weren't in the greatest condition either. Oh, were those Bose speakers I passed? those 3 speakers there might have been Bose. That might have been a mistake if I missed those. Yeah, so let me know if you notice those are Bose. I'm looking through preview footage, so I can't really see things very well. It's more grainy and smaller, even though this is 4K footage. So here's a pair of Nike gray shoes for $15. I'm like, I really like these. Maybe I'll buy them for myself. Then I realized I have that exact same pair at home now. I got it at a thrift store. So, yeah, of course I like them. So I put those back. I thought those gels, I think they were gel shoes, gel Asics maybe. I put those back. They're kind of too worn. There's a bunch of hats I dug through over there and found a couple nice hats. Karaoke machine, it was $5. The mics were like $5. You know, it's worth maybe $25, $30 max. I just didn't want to deal with it, having to test it for that low of money. There's a fishing reel, $10. I don't think it was anything special, so I passed up on that. I haven't found a lot of good fishing stuff at yard sales. Every now and then I'll be the first one at a yard sale and I find some fishing stuff. There's so many people looking for fishing stuff in video games. It's hard to get anything. So books, always looking for any good book sets, book collections, and yeah, what are we looking at now? More books, it looks like. Guess we're at another sale, and I spot something back here. This vintage Rainbow Bright little suitcase. I ended up getting that for $1, so that was a good pickup. Sells for pretty good money on eBay. And finally, we start finding some good stuff at this sale. It was very slow in the morning. I was starting to get worried, and looking through this tote, and I don't think you see it on camera because I didn't walk down far enough while I was recording, but right there was a Wii up there, a bunch of games, a nice combo unit, some other stuff which I didn't end up buying, but wow, some really good items. You can kind of see it back there. Almost missed it. Very easy to miss. It looks like it's just part of their garage and stuff not for sale, so you really got to pay attention. I was looking at these DVD sets, and I looked it up, but seasons 1 through 6 sell for about $60, $65. However, they only had seasons 1 through 3, so I just decided to pass on them, and I would have had to open all of these and check to see if the disc was in there. So, you know what? I just went on. Here at this sale, there is some Xbox games, a lot of them, $2 a piece, and I started picking some of the good ones and started going through them, and realized a lot of them were missing the disc, unfortunately. And another guy came, and he just looked at the lady and said, "I'll take all these for $20." And the woman's like, "All right." And I'm just thinking, boy, you just bought a bunch of games that aren't there. Just the cases. Didn't even hesitate. Kind of annoying when people do that right in front of you. If I would have wanted those, we might have been exchanging blows, because you just don't do that if someone else is standing there looking at them. I did end up getting a good deal on those games with a Keurig coffee maker. So that was pretty good. But we're at another sale here, and this sale had some good stuff, but it was priced extremely high. You hate to see it. Right over here, I spot these nice baseball gloves, and I see that they're $40. I think they're brand new, though, with tags. I don't think they were worth picking up for $40 to flip. They might have been worth about $40. So, yeah, DVD player like $20. Faucet like $20. It just, unfortunately, you know, nothing. The media was kind of cheap there, like 50 cents or $1. Nothing good though. But I come to this one. It's a little bit like an estate sale. They got their door open, living room, and I guess dining room kind of filled with stuff. So I spot the games over here. I'm like, ooh, video games media. And I start looking, I'm like, oh, video games $2. That's good, just like the other sale. And I spot something very rare. And I'm like, oh, nice. Hopefully the disc is in here. It was Xenosaga 3. If you know that game, you know what it's worth. And I picked up some other stuff here, but let me show you what I picked up today. Some great finds. So I am back home. Let me show you what I got. Got some really good items today. The first thing I got here is this Wii. It was only $15. We got a bunch of games. We got some good games. Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, My Sims I think is okay. But yeah, the Mario Kart alone is worth like $30, $35, maybe even $40 with the steering wheel. Animal Crossing is about a $35 game, complete and in good condition. All this stuff is very clean. I think it was adult owned. It has the controllers. The only negative thing is they're not Motion Plus controllers. But other than that, just a perfect buy. We got some high quality Marvel figures. We got Juggernaut and Abomination Hulk, I think it is. So these are very heavy, very well made. They're probably pretty expensive new. I think they're made by Diamond Select. And I paid $3 a piece for these. They were just in a box of random toys. And I pulled them out and like, ooh, these are nice. Turned to the lady. I said, how much? She said, about $3 a piece. I said, sold. And they both sell between $30 and $40 a piece, pre-owned. And they're in amazing condition. I couldn't find any damage on them. Maybe like a little bit right there. I don't know. That's really nitpicking though. So these will bring in some good profit. Got this pop figure, Dale Cooper, Twin Peaks. Paid $5 for this. It's unfortunately a little crushed here, and it's rare. Some of these were selling in the 70s. With it being crushed, I don't know how much I'll make exactly on it, but we still will make good profit on it just because this is a rare pop figure. Here I picked up a Barney Plush from '92, one of the originals, and it sells for about $15 by itself, but if you pair one of the other characters with it, which I come across these fairly often. You can sell them for about 30, 35, it looks like. You know, I think I paid 50 cents for it. I just grabbed it because it's old, vintage, and I can make a little bit of money on it. Got a nice pair of Nike shoes here. I don't know what this style is called. They're kind of like the gel or something. I did not know. I guess they're youth size, a larger youth size. I thought sure they were just a women's. They're pretty big, so I'm sure there's some women that still buy the youth size shoes. Either way, the youth size is selling for about $20 plus shipping. I only paid $1 for them. There's no cleaning involved. I don't even know, honestly, if they've ever been worn. So, pretty good shoe pickup for $1. Paid $4 for these Skechers shape-up sandals. I don't know if I've ever come across the actual sandals shape-up stuff before, but yeah, this pretty good. I think I can sell these for $30 plus shipping. So I grabbed some Xbox 360 games, some decent ones. We got Silent Hill. Seems like it was about $25 complete and in good condition. Avatar, maybe 15 or 20, I don't remember. You probably saw in the GoPro footage, hopefully, that I had a lot of these to look through. And I was grabbing some of the better ones and opening some of them. A lot of them didn't have disc. But I still got these for $2 a piece. I think I paid 15 total, but I also said, would you throw in this Keurig? She had $5 on it, and she said, sure. So sometimes all you gotta do is ask. It's complete. It was just really dirty. I have the pieces right now soaking in the sink. But I bought this mostly for myself. I wanted to try the pods out, and I knew I wasn't gonna pay full price for a Keurig. And yeah, pretty much got this for free. You can actually part out a lot of the pieces and make money, especially when it's free. Even for $5, you can make money on one of those. And then I picked up this Care Bear Cousins lunch box. I was actually leaving a sale that I had bought some stuff, and I saw it. I said, ooh, I'll take this as well. It's from 85, I believe. Never been used. It does have, unfortunately, some scratches on it there. But yeah, it's got the tag. You don't see that very often. I honestly don't know what you can sell this for. I saw some in good condition selling for $25. This is something I'll probably price about $40 and just let it sit. Maybe somebody will buy it. Behind it, that Rainbow Bright suitcase from 83. It's a pretty good find. I paid $1 for it. It's very clean, in good condition, and some of these are selling between $35 and $45. Picked up a couple Uno games. Uno Rummy Up. I bought this recently at a Goodwill. It sells for about $40 on Amazon. The rank is a little high on both of these. Also the Uno Madness. Uno Madness is pre-owned on there right now with a million rank for $60. So I don't think it was going to actually sell for that. It'll probably sell more realistically around $40. Still, I paid $1 for Uno Rummy Up and $2 for Uno Madness. I stopped at a sale and they had a Pac-Man little arcade here. They had 10 cents on it. And I'm like, ugh. I'll just buy it. It works. The batteries are still in it. I guess the batteries are probably worth 10 cents. It's not really worth selling though, so it's more junk to hold on to. What I'll probably do is I buy the plug and plays. I'll probably just lot this in with one of the plug and plays, and I'll spice it up a bit and get me a sale faster. I can maybe charge $2 or $3 extra. But as I was leaving, I was looking at this. I don't know what it is. I think it's some sort of alarm system base. And she looked over at me and she's like, just take that. You can just have it. I'm like, well, okay. It was only 50 cents anyway. So yeah, I think I can sell this for $20 plus shipping though on eBay. So I've said I do not want to buy these large keyboards anymore unless they're really something special. I got one a few years ago for 50 cents and I just ended up selling it at a garage sale that I had. But this lady was very convincing. She said, please take it. You know, I said, how much? She said, whatever you want to pay. And I'm just like, oh, well. You know, there was some discussion and eventually we settled on $1. I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy it. It has the power supply. The power supply alone is worth $1. I could sell that for 15, the original power supply. This, however, you know, there's some that sold for $80 plus shipping. Like, it's more like $50, $60 plus shipping. They're not that bad to ship, even though they look like it. It has the stand as well. You can Frankenstein 2 boxes together and they're not too bad to ship. If you ship at FedEx, UPS, do calculated shipping so the buyer pays so you don't get stuck paying a fortune if it goes far away. So we are back over here and we got a couple hats I paid $1 for at a yard sale. This is a Jordan hat. I don't know if it's actually new. It just has a sticker on it. I don't know if that's dust or sweat. It looks pretty clean. Hard to tell looking through a camera. I also couldn't find this exact one, but some similar hats like this, Jordan hats, I saw selling for about $30 pre-owned. So probably what I'll price that one at. This has dog hair and some lint on it, but it's a North Face hat. Paid $1 for this one as well, and I don't think it's really been worn much at all. And I recently sold a North Face hat. It was like a camo style North Face hat, and I got about $35 for it, pre-owned. So I figured, you know, for $1, this is worth picking up. I'll probably price that about $20, $25. For $5, I picked up this Detroit Red Wings jersey, and you know what? It's actually pretty good. It looks like this exact one sold new for $200, and some of the comps for the youth sizes were in the 40s. I couldn't find much else, so I think I should be able to sell this for at least $50, right? There's different styles on there, of course, like most jerseys. The A with the Stanley Cup Final 2009. Actually, I think the one that sold for $200 was said 2008. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but for $5, it's worth picking up. It's in very good condition. For $25, I picked up this vintage Looney Tunes Do I Look Like I Care sweatshirt from the 90s. The 90s started getting all that weird attitude. But for $25, you know, some of the t-shirts were selling for $25 with this logo on it. So the sweatshirt, you know, it's going to sell for $30 plus shipping, I think. So that Wii also came with a Wii Fit board, and of course all the cables came with this stuff. I just don't have it on the table. At this sale, I got a $10 Xbox 360S. Not sure the hard drive size. It didn't have the cord. It actually has the power supply, just not the cord that plugs into that. So yeah, for $10, that's going to minimum sell for $50. And we got some decent games here. Dragon Ball Budokai 3, disc only, unfortunately. If it was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, it would actually be over $100 complete. $40 complete if it had the case and the manual. It's kind of scratched, but you know what? It was $1, so I went ahead and grabbed it. It's still a $25 game if it works okay, just disc only. But this is a very rare game, and I knew it was rare when I saw it. I grabbed it. I'm like, oh, I think this is like $50, maybe $70, $75 game. And this went up in value. It's around $300 right now. And it's actually in very good condition. It's just got some like dirt and mud, some sticker on it. But other than that, it's complete in there. It's got all the disc and manuals in good condition. So no issues there. I should be able to sell that for $300. If I sell it, it might just go in the collection. Not big into collecting PS2 games, but I do like the role-playing games like this and the rare stuff. So we'll see. An incredible pickup. Good game to look out for, of course. And like the other place I was at, a lot of these games that were in this house, it was kind of like a little estate sale. They had just their living room open, selling stuff. A lot of the games, a lot of the discs, they were missing. Always got to check that stuff. I picked up a few things like this Neopets PSP game, a couple other games, and just some Blu-rays mostly for myself, I guess. I don't know. They were only $1. There's a couple sealed ones in there, maybe make a little bit of money, but yeah, I just grabbed them. And here is the second incredible pickup of the day, probably worth more than the game. This was on Amazon for almost $500 pre-owned with the remote. Unfortunately, it did not come with the remote, but it was also only $2. I asked the lady, I said, how much do you want for that? And she said, how about $2? And I said, sold. And then I looked it up. It was better than I thought. Now, the Amazon price may be a little high, but it does look like it's selling for around that price. Even on eBay, they're selling for $200 plus $, which is a good sign that they're selling for a lot more on Amazon. I'm going to try to get a remote for this. I saw that one remote for this sold for $20. Maybe if I can find the original remote for a decent enough price. Even if I got to spend like $30 or $40 for the remote, I'm still going to put this on Amazon probably for $499 and see if it sells. There it is, everybody. That's the haul for today. Some awesome finds. I love when I find rare video games, good electronics, even other just bread and butter video games that I can actually flip and make some money. Before you go, hit the like button for me. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. I really appreciate you watching. This has been Wick. Till next time.